Hey guys, I'm King Sambonge, and today we're going to be tackling an exciting challenge. We're going to build a program entirely from scratch as part of an assignment, without relying on any AI assistance, internet search, or external help. This is intentional to truly test our problem solving skills, knowledge, and creativity. As we go through this series, you may notice some prompts that I won't read out loud, so feel free to pause as needed to follow along, as my goal is to demonstrate what's possible with pure focus and the fundamentals of programming with Java. Let's dive right in. Okay, um, all right. So assignment percent range to GPA. Your instructor needs help. We know the grading scheme for this class. Using if-else, can you create a program that accepts students' percent range and output GPA? Well, we already know that we're supposed to use the if-else before anything else. Before we even advance, we know we're supposed to use the if-else statement. So, and we already know that we're supposed to use a scanner that takes user input, right, and outputs the GPA. So this is the prompt of, okay, okay. Mm, mhm. So we know that, let me see something. All right, so when he says we know the grading scheme for this class, I believe I am aware, and let me just confirm that. Let me grab a calculator here real quick. Mm. So, let me put this in center so you guys can see properly. So I know that, I believe I'm aware. So the formula for the GPA should be percentage, and assuming we, like, let me get a 94, for example. So assuming the percentage is 94, I know that the formula is times 1 times 0.1 times 0.1 minus 5.5. 3.9. 3.9, that is correct. As you can see over here, 3.9. And let me just make sure what's the lowest. 65. Let me see that again. Let's see. Let's try 65 just to make sure. Let's try 5.5. That is 1. So, okay. So this is the grading scheme. This is the grading scheme. It's percentage times 0.1 minus 5.5. So we already know that. And then what else? Using if-else, create a program that accepts students' percent range and output GPA. Naturally, so the most common thought to looking at this would be to have multiple if-else statements for all these data or information. Thing is, though, your program would then be very, very slow. If you had like a thousand point entry of information like this, your program would be very, very slow if you used if else for everything. And as well, redundancy. So we do not want redundancy here. We could try and avoid that. So this is a extra credit. I'll get to that later. Assignment submissions. Okay. So looking at this percent range to GPA. All right, let's get to the fun part then. Let's start coding. All right. I'm gonna be well. Actually, I'm not gonna be using VS because I got a Copilot anyways on it. So if I'm trying to avoid any AI um, related work, let me use something else. I'm gonna be using. Let me see. Let me use BlueJ. Um, Gosh, I haven't used BlueJ in a long time. But BlueJ is actually pretty simple, pretty cool. Especially if you're gonna use it to build like really small programs. Uh huh. Okay. So trying to figure out how to use BlueJ. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, project right. So new project right. We're gonna create a new project, and we're gonna name it um I don't know GPA calc. I'm gonna save that in our downloads. You can save it wherever you want, but I'm gonna save it in the downloads. Easier for me to access. So GPA calc. So we have our project created like that, and you can confirm that. You go to the file here, Finder, downloads over here. There you go, GPA calc. All right. So we need a new class, and we're gonna name this the same name that we named our project, and that will be GPA calc. All right. Oh, already created something here for me. Let me go ahead and delete this. Okay. So where do we start? All right. So public class GPA calc. We know already. Let me just make sure. Let me check this out. So yeah, accept students percent. So we know that we need a scanner, right, for input, for user input. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna create a main. So let me actually do this for better syntaxing. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna create a main. Let me do this. Public void main. We're gonna public static void. You know, Java. You gotta be specific. So yeah, public static void main, and you know, it's the first thing I learned. I remember my first day of programming. Just get this part right, and you'll be fine. And yeah, BlueJ does not complete anything for you. You gotta do it from scratch. So this will be fun. All right, so yeah, we know we need a scanner. Let's get to it. Scanner, scanner, new scanner. And we need a because it's gonna be system in. So system in dot in, right? And what is that? I wonder. Oh yeah, we gotta import. So where should I import this? Let me put it over here. There's some space between. Let me put it over here actually. Put some space in between. We gotta import what is it again? I forgot. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Java.u no. Java.util.scatter. Yeah, Java.util.scatter. That is correct. All right. Okay. So we got this. Let me see. So the user inputs, right? Their percentage. So I would know. So this is instructing needs help. We need to. So GPA. Okay, this is for students, right? Because it's data usually for students. So students. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Students percent range and output percent range. Okay. So we know that. All right. So let me do a. Let me see what am I gonna do. Um, Let me do a system.out, and we're gonna print. Should I print line? We're gonna print. Let me print first. Let me print first. All right, let me just print first, and then let me do a. Enter student name. So enter student name. Then we're gonna string the name. We're gonna do a scanner. Hopefully you guys can follow along. We're gonna do a scanner dot next. Scanner dot next line. Let me put this over here like this. All right, and then we're gonna need a. So we got the name, the percentage. Okay, let me get the percentage. To another system dot. Actually, let me do this. Let me save time. I'm not used to using BlueJ like that, but it's very simple. BlueJ is very simple. If you're like a starter, and this is a very simple program. So if you're a starter or a beginner, I would say if you're a beginner, BlueJ is pretty solid. Will be pretty solid for you. So here we're gonna enter student percentage. Let's do it like this. And your percentage, that's gonna be a double. Right in, it's gonna be a double, and it's gonna be percentage, and it's gonna be next. It's gonna be next double. And let me actually help myself out here with some comments. Student name and percentage. These are just comments. Pretty sure if you're here in this video, you should know what comments are. They don't affect how the code works or interacts. It's just for it's just to help you read code better and organize code better. So yeah, so By the way, I'm not a professor, so we are in this together. So if there's anything that you guys would have done different, comment, let me know, share anything with me, and yeah, I'd appreciate that. So yeah, double percentage scanner double. What else do we need here? Did I miss something? GPA. Let me. You know what? Let me assign GPA. Yeah, we need to do. All right, let me do this. GPA. We're gonna. I wanna assign it to a method, and I'm gonna declare this method later. You guys will see. Like calculate, like a GPA. No, we're gonna like. Yeah, but I'm gonna calculate. Hold on, let me see it again. Yeah, I'm gonna calculate GPA. I want to calculate the GPA. And I think I'm gonna add percentage here because I'm gonna add percentage here. Don't worry about this. This is just because the method is undeclared. So um, uh, then what else? Let me see here. This is gonna be a whole different column. This is like different. Outcome. Let me do some output. Trying to figure out what it's gonna be like. Hope you guys can see it well. I'm gonna be moving as we code. So I'm unable to compile. That's because I have a little error here, which is an undeclared method, but we'll fix it later. So we want to do some output. We did. We're gonna do some system.out. System.out. We're gonna print line here, and what we want is student. How are we gonna print it out? We're gonna do a student's name. Student's name. I guess I'm gonna do like this. And then plus name. Okay. Yeah, system.out.println student's name plus, so name is gonna, so it's gonna print out student's name if the user inputs king, so it's gonna be student's name king here. King is gonna be king is gonna come out here. If the user inputs king, it's gonna print out student's name king. Well, I believe you should know this, but yeah. Let's do another system dot print line. And then I think we're gonna do a percentage here. So percentage is gonna be plus percentage Same percentage, and we want to then finally print out the GPA calculated, right? We'll get to that very soon. How are we gonna calculate that? I hope I get it right though. I tend to sometimes get my calculations always wrong, but we'll see. I mean, not wrong, but incomplete. Yeah, that's gonna be plus GPA. So yeah, we got this scanner, new scanner, system.in, system.printoutline. Uh, Let me see. Let me write. Sorry. This is to help. Like this is if I'm sharing code with like other programmers and developers. This is just to help, for clarity. Like display student's name. You know, like basically what I'm saying in this comment is that this block of code here, right? These statements over here, the output display, they display the student's name, the percent. I wouldn't say the percentage though. Yeah, it's gonna yeah the percentage and the GPA. Yeah, because it's system.out. System because so out as in print line to out to the user. So percentage and GPA. Hope you guys can see this well. And GPA. And then we're gonna close. Make sure always when you open your scanner, it's always good practice to close your scanner. All right, so scanner closed. Scanner closed. Now we're gonna go for. Now we're gonna declare this method. So we created our class, right? And we created a main out of that class. Now we're gonna create this method over here, and we're gonna. Man, I hope you guys can see well. Let me just compile this real quick. Okay, I'm still unable to compile. Let's quickly declare this. We're gonna declare this as a public static. We're gonna declare this as a static double because we're gonna return, right? We're gonna be returning double calculate GPA. Now that we declared it, look at this. Now you're able to, let me do a quick, now we're actually able to, let me see that. Let's just make sure. No arguments. No arguments. Yeah. Well, I'm not done that. Let me see then. We add a double percentage. How about now? Missing return. Yeah, return because it's we have to return a double. Anyways, let's just get to it. So we know already. We need to. I really hope you guys can see this. I'm trying to adjust here as we go along, as we move along. There's no point here in doing this. So we're gonna start with our if statements, and we're gonna do an if. We're gonna do if percentage is greater than or equal. So let me just make sure again. Yeah, let me see this. 0 is 1, 0, 65 is 1. All right, so other than 0.0%, 65% up until 100 are the values that we just need to focus on. So 65 to 100. So if percentage is greater than or equal to 65, 65 and like percent, right? And let me do an ampersand sign, percentage. Ampersand sign just literally means end, like, percent end, or 65 and 100. So we're gonna do our, so this is the condition, right? This over here is the condition. It's almost like you saying, oh, if it's raining, then open umbrella. If it's sunny, then close umbrella. So what we're doing here is, oh, is it raining? Right? If the condition is true, meaning if, oh, yes, it's raining, then run this code over here, right? Which is what we're going to do now. So we're going to, if the percentage is greater than or equal to 65, and percentage is, oh, I forget, is lesser than, right? Lesser than or equal to 100. Then we're gonna make the GPA. Did I declare the GPA? We're gonna make the GPA, and we're gonna make the GPA, and we're gonna now use the formula that we had done on the calculator, right? Which is the percentage times 0.1 minus 5.5, right? So just, you're gonna write it exactly like how I said it, just like that. Percentage times, right, the 0.1 minus 5.5, just like that. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything, yeah, just like that, right? Then we're gonna return, I know that math.round usually, if it's any decimal point over 5, it's gonna go to the nearest. So if it's gonna be like a 4 point, yeah, if it's gonna be a 4.5, then it's gonna go to 5. If it's 4.2, then it's gonna keep it 2. So let me use a floor, yeah, like a math.floor, I guess. I mean, if you've done this, right, you should know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, so we're gonna do a method floor with GPA. I want to see how this runs. And declare variable undeclared. Hold on, give me a quick second here now. Let me just declare this real quick here. Return method floor. So if, right? And then we can just go ahead and do an else statement, because why not? Pretty simple, right? Else. So else is kind of like, it's kind of what completes. So like before I leave my building, right? Like, so before I leave my house, I'm unable to see if it's raining or if it's sunny. So I will just take the umbrella with me, right? And if it's sunny, I will keep the umbrella away. If it's raining, I'll open the umbrella, right? So else is just the second option to it's just a second option if either the first condition is not valid or true. So if the first condition does not apply, then the second condition, which is the else, runs. So the program will run the second condition, which is the else. So in this case here, percentage, if percentage is greater than or equal to 65 and percentage is lesser than or equal to 100, the GPA is going to run this calculation. We're going to run the 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 GPA variable percentage times 0.1 minus 5.5 and return method for GPA, which kind of caps the double value, the double. So else I can just else return. We're doing GPAs, right? So else return 0.0. That's it. Let me try to compile this. Perfect. So yeah. This is it. Else return. Let's see how our code runs. Where's the BlueJ? It's over here. All right, let's run this code to test out some basic functionalities. So enter student name, as you guys can see, right over here is asking for you for the student name, and then you type it over here. Let me go with King because why not? Enter students percentage. So we know. Let's go with any number in between 65 to 100, right? Because we know already that if it's a number between 65 to 100, it's going to give us a result like, let's go with 90%. So 90% is 3.0. And let's go confirm that real quick. Let's go confirm that real quick with 90, 3.5. 3.5? 90 is 3.5. Let me make sure I'm seeing correctly. Yeah. 3.5. Let me try to, hold on. These are just some calculations. Okay. Let's run that again. And so we know that 90 has to be 3.5, right? So let's try it again. And 90. And there we have it, 3.5. So enter student name King, enter students percentage 90, students name King, and percentage 90, and GPA is 3.5. Let's try 65. You know, we gotta run some tests to make sure that it's actually working, right? Let's see, 65, right? 1.0, that is correct, I believe. You can see that over 65, 1.0. There we have it. Now let's start stressing it a little bit. Let's go with 64.9, because why not? Oh, that's the name, sorry. Let's go with a 64.9. That's 0, meaning any number that is not over 65 or 65 itself will be 0. And we can confirm that, right? Because over here, any number under 65, which is 0.0%, is 0. So that is correct. And let's try. Okay, everything looks to be working well, right? So what we can do is, let me just now, yeah, it seems to be working well here. Let me see what's next. So extra credit opportunity, I'm gonna do that later. Assignment submission. Okay, once you have completed the assignment, please prepare the following. Or for a submission, push your program to a new GitHub repository. Ensure that your repository. Okay, so now it's the GitHub. We gotta work on our GitHub, and we gotta create a new repository. Ensure that your repository is public so that it can be accessed. Okay, let me take a look at my folder and see what I already have a README, but this is in text. Okay, I know what to do here. Let me should be this one over here. Perfect. This is the project README file. Here you should describe the project over. Let me copy this and then remove this, and gonna delete this one over here. And so let me quickly create a README. We're gonna seed into downloads, and we're gonna seed it into our folder, our GPA calc, GPA calc, right? And we're gonna touch a readme.md for markdown, and as you can see, we got it right over here. So let's go ahead and open it. Readme.md, and that space is over here. This is project title. So GPA calculator, I guess. Hold on. So GPA calculator. Calculator. GPA calculator. Purpose of project to calculate GPA. What is the purpose of the project? To calculate student percentage and output GPA. All right, version or date. I'm gonna do 1.0 because usually that's like the first version. Today's the 13th. Kind of late actually with this assignment, but yeah. So today's the 13th. So we're gonna do a 2025. How to start this project? Run it. I'm not sure. Download it. Download and run. And run it. Authors. It's your boy, King Sambonge. User instructions. I mean, I don't know. User instruction. This is a simple project for user instruction, but I don't know what to say. Just enter name and percentage. For students in the program. Yeah, so let's save that. Saved. And I'm gonna clear that. All right. So we got that done. Push your program to the new good show your person. Okay. All right. Let's open our GitHubs. What's going on? All right. Perfect. Let me go ahead and create a new GitHub. New repository. I mean, GPA calc. All right, GPA calculator, public. I am initializing it without a README, and the reason why I do this is it's because I don't know. I just prefer it like this. It's a personal preference. When I create it with without initializing it, it helps me build it from scratch. I don't know, for some reason whenever I add a README file, it just becomes complicated for me to push. All right, so GPA calc. Create. Perfect. So where's the URL? Oh, right over here. So what I'm gonna do is just copy this over here. And what else am I missing? All right. So let me go back to. I'm gonna go back to where? To the terminal. Back to the terminal. Let me get out of here. So let me open this so you guys can see it properly. So we are currently right here in the downloads path on our terminal, right? So what we need is since we're already in the downloads path, we're gonna git clone that repository. But let me actually like change the name here, because if I do this, I know it's gonna give me an error. So let me just do like GPA calc X, because they have the same name. So let me just do that, and you'll see it just in a second now once I press enter. As you can see here, I pulled GPA calc, right, which is this folder over here, this repository over here. All right, and do this. So now let me cd into the. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. Let me copy. Sorry about that. Let me copy, paste. Let me compress this so that just to save it. Let me compress this. Delete that. All right, so let me cd into now our GPA calc folder. And let me make sure we have like git is initialized. It should be initialized. And the way you're able to see if git is initialized, you'll see this .git over there. So all right, so let's get to coding. So since we already add all the source code over here, right? So we made some changes to the to our repository. So we're gonna do a git add all, and all is just period. We're gonna stage it. The way we stage it is we're gonna do git commit -m dash. Let me, since it's the first commit, let me just initialize. Yeah, initialize. Um, all right. Let's see what else. What am I missing? Make sure I'm correct here. Initialize. All right. There we have it. So now let's go to our repository to see if we had any if we have any changes. No, we don't have any changes because I just realized we didn't actually push anything. All right, so we're supposed to push. So we staged. So after we stage, we do a git push dash u origin main. I know it takes some time. All right, so now we actually pushed it. So let me refresh this. And there you have it. And there you have it. You can see our code is over here. Everything's looking good. Okay, so let me go to the, so I've done this already. GitHub is done. Step 2, we're gonna demonstrate. Sorry about that. So we are going to demonstration. So provide a video demonstrating your program in action, which is what we're doing right now. The demonstration should include show the program's functionality. You need to present test cases and demonstrate that you are passing those cases. We expect you to sorry, at least 3 test cases, testing normal cases, and at least 3 test cases, testing edge cases. Okay. Okay. You know, I remember actually, I just remember something really cool about BlueJ is I remember this with my professor on the first day. Um, yeah. Um, when you grab GPA calc, like the class, right? You can create a test very quickly just by is it right clicking? Oh yeah, right clicking. So when you right click your class, right? On the last option, you'll have your create test class, and just like that. Now let me see what we have here. There you have it. I don't know if I'm going to be needing this after each and before, but we'll see. And just like that, it kind of creates a little something for us here. Let me go ahead and delete this. And assertions, yeah, I'm going to use assertions. I'm not sure about this. I mean, I might leave it there, but I don't know. We'll see later. Okay, so public class, GPA calc test. So let me see something here. Let me make sure. So you need okay. So so what are we gonna test? Let me see. A percentage. Okay, percentage edge cases. All right. So building a test model is pretty simple. I remember my first days. Man, it was such a mad thing to understand. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty quick and easy task. So public void. Let me go with a test. Valid percentage. And so the way we do this, let me actually do it like this, and do it like this, and then like this. So we're gonna do assert equal, right? Which is assert equals. And so a cool thing about assert equals, man, it took me a quick, quite like a good minute to actually understand assert equals. And so let me actually do the first line so then I explain it properly. And I think we're gonna do the let me see what is the name of this method? Calculate GPA. So we're gonna do from the GPA calc class GPA calc. So we're gonna pull it from GPA calc, right? You just do it like this: GPA calc dot calculate, which is the method from GPA calc that we want. GPA. Let me just make sure if I got it correct. All right. Okay. And all right. So let me. I don't know. Let's see. 95, I guess. So what this is, right? Hold on. So what this does is that assert equals means literally means that we are certain, right? We are certain that 95 is equal to 4. So we are certain that within this quick test, calculate GPA 95 is equal to a 4.0 GPA. So we know that, and actually, let me do this to even further explain why do we use tests in the first place, right? Why don't we just test directly from the code itself, the way I was actually doing? And I'll explain why it's better to do this way. And let me do like a 3.5 over here, like a 3.5, and let me do like a 2. All right, I hope you guys can see it well. So let me actually do this. So this will basically what it does, right? It runs like, so it will run 3 tests at simultaneously. Instead of I actually, let me compile this real quick. So instead of actually coming in here and, like one test at a time, like actually test something, right? Like I won't need to, let me clear this. What the test does for me is that it lets me do as many tests as I want, as many, to the best of my knowledge, as many tests as I want. So yeah, so I can run many tests as I want in a short period of time. And let me do a public void, and we're gonna test here the edge cases because it wants me to test edge cases so bad, which I'm assuming is like the extreme parts in same assert equal, assert equal, assert equal. We're gonna, let me see here. We also know that 100 is 95 is 4.0. We know that 65, no, we know that 65 is 1. Let me see to make sure. What is 65? Yeah, so we know that 65 is equal to 1. All right, so we are certain, right? When we are absolutely certain. So we just want to make sure that and the reason why we are doing this is we want to make sure that this calculate GPA method, the formula or and so we're calculating this formula. We want to make sure that, this method is correct or is working as intended, right? So, and let's do like a 0 here. Let's do a 0. And 0 would be what? 0 is, I guess, yeah. And you know what? Actually, let me do one more. Let me do one more. And like a public void this test like invalid. Like actually we want to actually do like a little, it's like little extreme like testing here. But and same, assert equals, assert equals, assert equals, you know, pretty basic. So here we're gonna go a little extreme. We're gonna, let's do 0, and we're gonna go like a minus 95. I should have done some control on this one though. Let's go, let's go 0 here. Let's go like 105, I guess. Let's go like 105. Like we just stress testing now. We want to like, you know, and let's actually go with a right one. Let's do like a 64, like the like how I did previously, like a 64.9, right? And we're done, just like that. And then compile, right? This is our test class. So you just go ahead and hover over it, and then you right click with your mouse, hover over the green, right? Always is GPA calc test, and right click with your mouse and right away test all. Oh, so as you guys can see, our test invalid percentage immediately passed, right? So let me see something. Yeah. So we know this is a-okay for now. So we know this is working properly. And then we can like now click here, test, which is just test valid percentage, test valid percentage. Let me do this over here so we can see it better. All right, so what's wrong? We know that, so it says here expected 3.5, but was 4. Where's 3.5? This is test valid percentage. So 3.5 is this one over here. Oh, I just realized I don't have lines. Where's the wait, does BlueJ, I remember, does BlueJ have lines? No, I remember we had lines though. Let me not search too much though. Like, where's the view? I remember we had lines, yeah. Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't have now. Let me just make sure, because I know BlueJ had lines. Oh, there you have it. Line numbers. Okay. I was like, for a second there, I thought, there we have. Okay, perfect. So it says here online, as you guys can see this online year 17, right? Online 17, assert equals 3.5. So we were certain, hold on, 95 3.5. I think I made a mistake here. Hold on. Actually, let me do 90 here, and let me do like a 75. Hold on. How did I even come to this? Let me just make sure. 90 is 3.5. And let me see what 75 is. 90, 3.5. Okay, and then 75 is 2.0. Oh, perfect. So let me just go ahead and do this. And compile this. And let's run this code again, because maybe we are. Oh, okay. So now it's running. What else? Expected of so this is now edge case. So 4.0 on line 23, Expected 4.0 but was 4.5. 4.5? 100? 100 is definitely 4. What are we missing here? Let's do a... Let's do 100 here. Because what? Let's do a 96 actually. Just to make sure we're seeing proper things here. Valid percentage. Expected 4 but was 4.0, 4.1. So we know there's something wrong with the formula. All right, so if we know there's something wrong with the formula, let's get back to it. Let me take a look at it. Let me do this. Did I import? Okay, I imported everything properly here. A percentage. If else, right? Hold on, let me see again the test. So we know that if it's 65 and 100, let me see 97, and let me see 75.89. We gotta stress it a little bit here. Man, these are failing now. So test value edge case expected a 4 but was 4.5. This is line 23, and then this is line what? 4. This is line 16. It shows me it's just this 100. So percentage times 0.1. Oh, I see. I think I see what it is. Because, let me see something here. Yeah. So what happens is that what the floor does here. So let's see what the calculation here is doing for us here. Hold on. Wait. Let me pull the calculator over here. All right, so right now when we write 100, right? So let's see 100. Let's actually do it a little bit more advanced here. So we know that 100 times, is it times? Okay, times 0.1 minus 5.5. So we're getting 4.5. Well, what the floor does, but the floor is supposed to cut that, right? Because the floor method floor. Hey, let me see something. Let me see. Let's run this test again. Expected 3.5, but was 3.0. Okay, so it's definitely not that. Then if it's not that, what's going on? Oh. What's going on? So, for any of you guys that probably are not aware, on BlueJ, to redo, right, to undo is Control Z as usual, but to redo is actually uh, Control Y. So, just FYI. Uh, let me, I don't know, let me try something else here. Let me see if percentage is greater than or equal then. If these are the main numbers, let me see here if, let me try 64.9 percentage greater than, then let me see, this is, so if 95 is 4, then let's do a 94.9 over here instead. 94.9, and let's do an else if instead. Let's do an else if instead. Over here instead we do the percentage is greater than or equal to 65, right? 0.00, and percentage is lesser than or equal to 100. Yeah, 100. Then we return 4.0. It's gonna be hard if I don't do this. Let me see. I'll say percentage greater than or equal to 65. Yeah, like, cause then let me see. Yeah, yeah. I think because I think yeah. Let's see. Mm. Mm-hmm. Uh, so I'll say if percentage is greater than or equal to, no. What did I miss? I know I missed something here. 100. Oh, 95. Because this is, yeah, okay, so it's, yeah, 94.9, so 95. I was like, what's wrong? Yeah, I could see something wrong there. All right. So else if percentage is 95, all less than or greater than 100. Should I do this 100? Should I do the 100? Okay, let me just do 100. And then we do the else. Then we do the else. I can just, I don't know, I don't need the extra line of code. Let me just do this GPAs. Should we return? I don't think we need to return anything. Yeah. And then what else? All right, let me return this as well. So What was that? Why is it moving like that? That's strange. And no. Wait, actually no. Wait, hold on. Let me do like this. Yeah, it's gonna be better. GPAs 4.0. So yeah, that's the condition. So if percentage is that, then GPA this, then else if percentage is 95, then GPA that, else GPA 0. And I'm trying to figure out here, where do I do this? And then we return GPA. And let me save this. Let's run this test again. Expected 0.0, but was 0.9. 0.9. Where is that again? Invalid. I don't know which one is it. Let me try to comment it out to make sure which one is it. Alright, then it's this one over here. So let me run this again. Expected at 0.0, but was 0.9. Well, if am I missing something in my calculation? Yeah. So we know that else if percentage. Yeah, we know that, and we know that. Actually, okay, let me see something. Yeah. Expected 0, but was 0.9. I don't get it. Let me see. We are at. See here. Let me see. That should be the test code. Where is it saying GPA? 64.9. Did I miss anything here? Didn't miss anything here. I didn't miss anything. Okay, should I do like hold on, actually do this. All right, I think that should be able to fix it. One more time, and there we go. Perfect. So we passed all the tests. So now we are certain when we run the code. So when we run the code, and let's go for 100, because why not, right? 4.0. Perfect. 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 I think I should. Let me go ahead and um I have to push. Yeah, let me go ahead and push this code. Let's see here, because I actually fixed it. Let me just make sure something. Yeah. Uh, GitHub. All right, so let me actually fix send the code that I just fixed here. Uh, I don't really mind with these things, yeah, but by the way, so if any of you guys wanna link up with me or send any feedback, connect, uh, King Sambonge on LinkedIn. You guys can just search me up, King Sambonge, LinkedIn. That will be me. Let me just version number. Oh, today's the 13, right? So 13, that'll be 01. Wait, is this? Oh, that's. I thought this was a test. Oh, wait, actually, let me do this. Bro, calculate. See, let me do a formula one. Yeah. Okay. And doing the version number, which with today's date, which is I'm getting used to the date. You know, it's New Year, so trying to get things right here. All right, so 13. All right, this is correct. And we are done. So let me go ahead and push this. So GPA calc, so we're gonna do a git add all, because why not? GPA calc. All right, and let's stage this. What am I gonna stage? I'm gonna stage in fixed calc GPA method. All right, fixed calc GPA method. There we go, and then we're gonna push this. Git push your origin main. There we go. We're gonna refresh this, and there you have it. You can see fixed calc GPA method, and there you have it. Perfect. Okay, so I did that. All right, so you need to present test cases and demonstrate that you are fussy. All right, so then submit the link to your GitHub repository, include a link to your video demonstration. Oh, to your video demonstration YouTube link. All right, so we're done. Well, you guys don't really need to see submission part number 3, which is really just submission. And this is it. Thank you. Take care.